Hey everyone, it's James from Frischman's Knives here. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to make the vikingr 2x72. I'm also going to show some of the wheels that you can buy, two options, the VFD, motor, and just assembly, nuts, bolts, that sort of thing. Hope you enjoy, and it won't be too long. Take care. Let's talk about wheels for a second, guys. I like TR Maker because it's an affordable price. They come highly reviewed as well, so you can trust where your money's going. Check them out if you don't want to break the bank. Or you can check out Artisan supplies for the Nitrile Rubber wheels. You got the idler wheels, the tracking wheels, and the drive wheels. You buy these individually, but these are the best quality in the world, perhaps, from what I've seen. Also highly reviewed, two great options. It just depends on the price point you want. Just screenshot what you need. Let's jump on to the next topic. This is the TAI D90L-2 IP55 motor. It's a B14A flange, which means it can connect to all of the belt grinders that I make and sell. It's three-phase, which means you do need a VFD to run it on house power, but this means that you can change the speed of your belt, which is actually good if you're a knife maker. It's easily accessible. You just have to contact a local motor dealer, screenshot what you need and the information that's here. It costs about $260, which is not a bad price at all. I'm pretty happy to pay that myself, and this is what's on the premium belt grinders out there already. I don't recommend you wire this together yourself. You can, but I don't recommend it, and you can buy this already wired together from Artisan supplies. I'll provide these wired together down the line, but right now you can buy them yourself and save some money. I recommend for a VFD the Teco E510 IP66. You can stand there with a hose and wash this down and it would live on just fine, and no metal dust is getting in the enclosure. You can get an IP20 or 22, hell of a lot more cheap, but it won't last nearly as long and won't perform as well. It's up to you which one you buy though, you know, they are affordable and tempting and they'll get you through at the beginning. I prefer the more expensive one. You're looking at about $800 to $900, and I get these through a guy called Jack's Electrical Services. You'll save yourself a couple of dollars if you buy yours through him. That is what I suggest to people. But you can also buy these already wired together with a motor from Artisan supplies for a pretty good price, like I mentioned before. It's up to you which option. I'll be selling them later, but chassis of the vikingr 2x72. It's a real simple build, it's straightforward. Hope you can follow along. Enjoy! Here we will see the assembly of the platen for the vikingr 2x72. This is quite short and easy, but I thought I'd show you anyway. The universal tool rest we use for vikingr 2x72 is pretty sweet, if you ask me. Of course I'm biased, but here's how to assemble it anyway. This is the exciting step where we attach the chassis to the base and the grinder really takes form. You can see what it's going to look like. I'll step you guys. Now we will cover how to fasten the VFD to the base and how to fasten the motor to the chassis. You will also see where the tooling arm and the platen slot in, and I mean it's quite straightforward and simple like everything else in this video, but I thought I'd explain it. I'm also going to take the time after this to show you guys how to program the VFD, and I'll show you where to get the manual for the VFD to program it yourself. Okay, let's go. Now, if you have opted to use a Teco VFD and you did buy the motor that I specified and recommended in this video, then this programming guide will help you program your VFD. It does get boring and it is nitty-gritty, so if you're not programming your own VFD, then thanks so much for listening, and I promise I'll have interesting, cool content uploaded soon. Let's dive into it. Alright. We're going to start with vector or VFD, then go into frequency source, max frequency, min frequency, acceleration, deceleration, max amp draw, RPM and hertz, input voltage, number of poles that the motor has, display mode, custom units, and decimal place. It's quite simple, and I feel like we could just jump in and begin straight off the bat. So we want this to be 1. End. End means you've done it, okay? So now we want to go to 0, 0, 0, 5. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we press enter, and we want this to 1. That means it was successful. Okay, now to get to the next item, it's 0, 0, 1, 2. 2. Oh, where's the other button? Hang on. Oh, that's one. 12. There we go. We want the max frequency at 100. It's already set at 100. That is correct. Alright. Then the min frequency, 0, 0, 13. Set at 10. That is correct. Already set. There we go. And 0, 0, 14 is the acceleration. And we want the acceleration at 2. I've already got it set. Alright, 0, 0, 1, 5 is deceleration. This should be set at 4.5. And it is. Okay, so on to the next. We've got the max amp draw. And this is 0, 2, 0, 1. So that's 1, 0, 2. 0, 2, 0, 1. Enter, max amp draw, 7.1. That is correct. Alright. So I know this is a little nitty-gritty, but it might be worth it to the right person, which is why I'm going through it all individually. And so just skip through if this doesn't apply to you. We're setting the hertz now with 0203. We're going to set it to 2870. 0203, 2870 is correct. Alright, so input voltage is 0204. And that's 240. Correct. Number of poles is 0207. And 2 pole, which is correct. Now 1200. So we take him back down to 0. Move over here, add a 1. Where are we? Want this 1, which is correct. So 1203. 3546. Correct. Now 1204 1, which is correct. Now we'll take this back so you will be able to see the amp draw when it's on and the speed. So if we wanted at 2621 exactly, we can have it at that. And that is the perk of this. You can also program in the amperage so that it is showing how much it will draw before the machine is on, but I haven't actually dealt with that yet. But it will show exactly what the speed should be at this specific amperage. I could have gone into a hell of a lot more detail there, but I've chosen not to. I hope that's enough for everyone, and I will show this in an Excel spreadsheet straight after this video, so that, and for this video, I hope I showed it, so that you can take a screenshot and then you can just copy that in if you do have one of these VFDs. Like I said, the manual is thick and dense, but you should probably read it. You should take the time to get to know it. There is there is a lot of other functions in this VFD that I haven't even touched the surface of yet. So it, at the same time though, sometimes you can input the wrong settings, and that can cause you to actually, screw up your hardware. So do be careful and make sure you've done your research. I think that's the right advice. It's not nearly as intimidating after you've programmed a couple of these, so don't worry, you will get acquainted with it all. Alright, thanks for listening.